Hi folks, we're going to start a series of studies on all the divine, violent passages in the Old Testament. What are we going to do with them? Jesus never advocated violence, practiced violence, or ever said that God was the direct active agent of violence ever. Strangely silent from Jesus. So what's going on here? I'm going to suggest that until and unless we get into the mind of ancient Israel, 1,000 years before Jesus, and see how they understood divine violence. Maybe all those passages that talk about divine violence were not taken literally by the Israelites, and that they knew that these phrases that I will kill, I will destroy, were symbolic of something else. And that's exactly what I am suggesting. In the first piece, in the first essay I've just sent, you'll see there that the ancient Hebrew worldview was this. There was only one God, Yahweh. He is the creator. Since he is the creator, he is the original cause. And everything goes back to him. Why? He's the creator. So good or bad, anything that happens, when the dominoes go down, they all roll back to him. So if something good happens, God did it. Why? He's the creator. The buck stops with him. If something bad happened, God did it. The buck stops with him. Now, it doesn't mean that he actively did it. It's just attributed to him because he's the original cause. Why? As the creator. If you look at Isaiah 45:7, right down to around about verse 20, you will see there, especially verse 7 in the King James Version, it says, I make light, I create darkness, I create good, I create evil, I, Yahweh, the Lord, do all these things, all. Any evil on planet Earth and any good on planet Earth, I do all these things. They're all attributed back to him because he is the creator. Now, Jesus did not agree with this worldview. Yes, he did believe that Yahweh was the creator, but he didn't go to the next step and agree with ancient Israel that this meant that he had his hand in it at all. In fact, he goes right against this idea. If you have a look at Isaiah 45, verse 7, right down to verse 20, you'll see 3 or 4 times there, as I pointed out in the essay, that there is one God, he is the creator, therefore everything that happens traces it back to him as the original cause. In the next video and teaching, we are going to see examples of this principle in real life. Job, King Saul, Adam and Eve. And there are other stories that whatever happened, good or bad, and the story is clear that God had nothing to do with it, is still attributed back to God. Because this is the ancient Hebrew worldview. Now, the Jews, the ancient Hebrews, didn't believe God actively did it. I said, well, you made me, so it goes back to you. Okay? And we'll see what Jesus said about this later on. I hope this blesses you. This is going to be an exciting series. God bless you. Bye-bye.